All right, Curt, it's Friday, and you know what that means? It's time for Stop Being the Best Kept Secret. We're going to have a little fun today talking about AI digital marketing, niching down until it hurts. Holy goodness, what would we be talking about here today, Curt?
So, Damon, do you say niche or niche?
Niche. I don't know. I say it both ways.
Because if you say niche, it's because when they say the riches are in the niches, so then you have to say the reaches are in the niches. So I'm not sure. I get a little tongue tied. I have a
I am tongue
horrible,
tied
I have a
half of the
terrible
day.
accent. I can't even speak. I can't even speak English. So it's all right. So we're gonna talk about riches and the niches. They're not not necessarily getting rich, right? And so it's really how to get laser focused, right?
Yeah.
And so everything is like, I mean, my goodness gracious, you can't throw a baseball, you can't throw a bowling ball without people talking about AI digital marketing. So we're going to dive into a little AI digital marketing. And Damon, this is a pretty big day for us today, dude. I'm fired up every time we come on live, but man, today is like a little exceptional. Like we're gonna show off a little something today, right?
Little maiden voyage.
Little maiden voyage. Like two old dudes are like working on a little software strategy here, if you will. Little sass. We're getting a little sassy today, right? Is that
Yep.
how does your wife ever accuse you of getting sassy?
I have more than once.
More than we're just all right. Twice top. So all
Twice.
right,
Yeah.
we're gonna get a little sassy, but before we do, we're super excited. Damon and I have been working on this little software tool. Damon, do you want to talk about what? Do you want to tell everybody what's going on?
You go ahead, Curt. You take it away.
So, all right, we have this wonderful, incredible tool. We're in the midst of building out this software tool, and it's called the Digital Game Plan. We've been using this thing for years with our clients. It's a proprietary tool, and we've been it lives on a Google Sheet. We're scrappy, we're cheap, so we just put it on Google. It's free, and our clients build out their digital game plan on Google. But I'm super excited to announce today that we're getting close to an MVP, Damon. Are we not?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Okay. So let's first, before we drop the curtain, our little maiden voyage today with our new SaaS program, this digital game plan. From your perspective, my friend, why is it so important to stay in your lane, to niche down? I know some people push back and they're like, hey, these gurus say like, riches are in the niches, da, da, da. But man, I just personally think it is just critical to niche down. Your thoughts?
Well, I think when you do that, you can really help those people a lot better.
Mhm.
I mean, from a business standpoint, overall business standpoint. And when you back up and go, okay, how does that help sales and marketing? Well, that really helps sales and marketing in two ways. One is the way we talk to people. If we know exactly who we're talking to, and we're talking to this one type of person,
Mhm.
it's much easier for my salesperson to understand what are their problems and how do we really help them. And
Mhm.
then from a marketing perspective, it's what are the kind of things that that person wants, what do they need, what are their challenges in respect to what we do, how do we talk about those, how do they first find someone like us, how do they get to know someone like us, and then how do they trust us enough to reach out or take the next step, because it all ties into the business strategy of how we're going to grow the business.
Yeah, totally agree. And we were on a call with a client this week. They sell, huge equipment, very
Yep.
hundreds of thousands of dollars. And we had an interesting strategy session where we were talking about like, sometimes they find themselves that they get into a situation, they're in a client, and maybe they got out of their wheelhouse, out of their core lane, and next thing something got a little bit too customized. Now it's not in their superpower, not in their strength. Now they're kind of goofing up. The customer's mad. They're mad. Like
Yeah.
nobody wins,
Yeah.
right? And so again, when you're like, hey, well, we're trying to be everything to everybody, you become nothing to no one. But all right, let's dive into. Are you excited? Are you ready? Do you have a drum? Let's get a drum
I'm
roll
ready to
going,
go.
right?
I'm
Get a
ready to
drum
go.
roll.
The drum wasn't ready
The
today.
drum wasn't ready. Well, you know what? We're going to reveal this without the drum. How's that?
Yeah.
So, all
Yeah.
right, guys. So, hey, welcome, Damon. You see my screen? Let me take a
Yes,
look here.
again.
You see? Okay. What this is this is the brand new B2B Tel digital game plan. And what we love to do is we love to dive into. So who here's heard of a SWOT? You know, that SWOT analysis, your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. Well, guess what? When you're hanging out with Damon and myself, you have no weaknesses, my friend. You have no threats. We're in our little happy place. Are we not, Damon? Aren't we all?
Yes, we are.
So we focus on our strengths and our opportunities. We want to focus on our strengths and our opportunities. Now, what we're showing here is like, hey, we have this tool, and what it does, it creates the strengths and opportunities on your company. So just to kind of reveal, just to show that we're eating our own dog food. Who came up with that expression, Damon, eating our own dog food? Do you ever,
I don't know.
You don't eat your own dog food, do you? You like,
No.
oh, well, Odin's probably eating steak, and like you're eating like ground beef, like you're having burgers, like
Yeah.
He's getting a T-bone, right? Like
Yeah, he
your
gets
dog
the good
actually
food.
eats better than you do, probably,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because in my house, with a pet, it's like I'm like a second class citizen, right? Is that how
Yes.
you? Yeah, right.
Yes.
Okay.
I definitely know my place.
All right. So, all right, I digress. Forgive me. I digress. So let's get back to our strengths and opportunities. If you're just joining us, happy Friday to you. Whatever day it might be, if you're catching us on replay, we are thrilled and just love that you're with us today. What we're doing is we're talking about how do you niche down, and we're really talking mainly about AI marketing strategies, right? And how do
Yep.
you niche down till it hurts to stay focused, to really exhaust your superpowers. So what this tool is doing here for us, it's going through here and it's telling us like, hey, what are you guys best at? So like, for example, here, Damon, check this out. Comprehensive digital game plan framework. Their proprietary B2B Tel digital game plan provides a structured step-by-step approach for B2B companies to optimize their digital marketing efforts, ensuring clarity, focus, and measurable results. My goodness gracious, this little tool went out, got this information from I don't know, what is AI? Like, how do you define, do you know how to define AI?
I don't know. I know how it works.
It's artificial intelligence. Now that's the thing. You know what? I've been calling myself artificial intelligence for decades. You know what I mean? Just,
Yeah.
Just artificial. We could even leave out the intelligence. So
Yes.
somehow, some way, we have this wonderful new SaaS tool where it goes out and it goes into your information and it gives you this proprietary information on what are you absolutely best at. Damon, let's dive in a little bit further, focus on the strengths for a minute. Okay. What are like clients that you're working with, or let's stay right here. We're going through, talk a little bit about like the core strengths that you're seeing here that's coming back on for B2B Tel with this digital game plan here.
Well, you can see that, the educational content we provide, that's pretty really prevalent in what we do. And then you go the data-driven strategies. I mean, we're measuring what's happening all the time and understanding how that's working. And then and then down at the bottom, teams with B2B experienced teams with B2B industry knowledge. I mean, that's where we spent our entire careers, is in B2B and B2B commerce. So it's where it's going. And then long-term client partnerships. I mean, we have many multi-year client relationships. That's the way we've worked. So I think it really did pick up on a lot of good things here.
Yeah. And what I love this line, B2B Tel excels at out teaching competitors by providing valuable, actionable insights through blogs, webinars, guides that build trust and position them as industry experts, industry leaders. So the thing is, what we're trying to do here is like get laser focus on what we're best at, and then like not do the things that we're not good at, Damon. Like before we just went live, we were talking about like Facebook marketing. If somebody needs Facebook marketing, I'm probably the last person that they should reach out to, right? People are killing it on X or other social media platforms, whatever it might look like, right? But the thing is like focusing on what you do best and then just relentlessly doing that over and over. Because when we say it niche down till it hurts, it kind of hurts to give away, to pass on somebody offering to pay you something, right? If you had times that you've turned away business or that you've had to say like, hey, you know what, I'm probably not the best fit here. How's that worked out for you?
Well, it's better when you do it, right? It's better when you do it. It's hard to do it in the beginning, but it's better off once you do, because I can tell you a lot more horror stories about when you take on clients that you really shouldn't, or you're trying to help somebody with your products or services that really is a marginal fit. I mean, you run into problems. It doesn't matter if I'm selling off-road products to somebody that's got a Subaru that they're going to drive on the city streets every day. It could be a consulting firm. It can be an accounting firm. It can be a law firm. So many different people. If you don't really stay focused on where you help people the most, you can run into trouble.
Yeah, I totally agree. So again, as we're running through this, what we're focusing on are the core strengths. Now, Damon, let's slide over to this middle column, because when you focus on what you're best at, okay, if you're a restaurant, like, hey, we make the best, the best burgers in town, right? Whatever it might be. Well, if you make the best burgers in town, does it make sense to, like, hey, we could start selling sushi? Or maybe we could start selling lasagna, like, well, wait a minute. Like, we're known, our legacy is around our best burgers in town. But just because we make a good burger doesn't mean that we make great sushi or good lasagna, right?
That is true. That is true. I would be afraid at going to the same place trying to get good of both of
Right,
those.
right. Damon, you get the sushi, I'll get a burger, and you let me know how it goes, right? So
We'd have to see which is which, depending on the
that's right.
restaurant.
That's right. All right. So let's dive into opportunities. We're talking about our strengths, our opportunities. Now, what's wonderful is this little tool here goes out and it provides to you some suggestions. And I'll tell you, Damon, like going through here, like this was fantastic, because like there was a lot of things in here that I hadn't thought of. But
Yeah.
there's wonderful things on here talking about, like, where are there, potential opportunities, and maybe again, like focusing on that niche down till it hurts. Maybe this is an opportunity for not right now, but maybe we can say not yet. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Might be as you're trying to grow your business, that type of thing. So right here, like, hey, building a community for B2B marketers to share insights, challenges, solutions can foster loyalty and position B2B Tail as a central hub. Offering niche consulting for international B2B e-commerce expansion. So again, like going down this list, hosting virtual events and workshops. We love hosting virtual events and workshops, right? So again, this tool, what it's doing is taking our core strengths and really aligning with opportunities. What do you want to add to that?
Yeah, I think this is a tool that really helps you maybe uncover some blue ocean opportunities that you haven't thought about before, or just slight directional changes that you go, okay, now we can move into this a different thing with different product or service by making this little change. And that's what we're really trying to do here, is understand, okay, what are our strengths and how can we use those strengths to improve our business, grow our business.
Exactly. So, all right, we'll start winding down. Now, that last column over there, the so what. Damon, what the heck is a so what mean? What is so what?
It's stuff that are, your customers really won't care about. So you just want to just like take it out, forget about it. Don't work on it anymore. Get those things out of there. You really have to look at that as wasted time.
Yep. Yeah, and I'll tell you, this tool did a phenomenal job. Like who likes criticism, right? Who likes being criticized? But you know what? We had John Azara, our dear friend John Azara from IMAC, was on a call about a year ago. He was on a live show a year ago. He dropped a mic moment. He shared how when we asked, hey, what's the best business advice that you ever received? His father, who was a Chicago police officer, he told John, he said, you know what? Feedback is a gift. You don't have to take it. You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to do it. But if you can have the thick enough skin to just to receive it and accept it, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, feedback is a gift. So what this tool is doing for us is, though we're not focusing on our weaknesses or our threats, what this tool is doing, it's going out and saying, like, hey, maybe you're not so good here. Like if somebody lands on your website and says, so what? Well, that's the wrong buyer, right? That's going to take you down the wrong path. And that's where we're talking about niching down till it hurts. So again, when I scroll down here, there's a lot of great opportunities on here for us to maybe like really tweak, massage, and strengthen, right? Sharpen our pencils, for those of us that are old enough to remember what a pencil is.
Yeah.
Is how do we just really get a little bit better at our core strengths, and like eliminating things like, hey, you know what? We worked on that with that customer that one time and it didn't go so great. Well, either A, we've got to get somebody on our team to prop that up so it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Or B, let's align ourselves with another company, another agency, someone else that is just crushing it in that space. because now we look so much better when somebody
Mhm.
does that referral. You know what I mean?
And you get great service for the customer then.
Yeah, I was on a call this week, and we're a woman is taking this course. Our dear friend Wesleyan and our dear
Mhm.
friend Sarah Mann, they're going through like this public speaking course together. And I called on that course a couple years ago, and the woman said, "You know what? You're not a good fit." She told me I wasn't a great, because I told her what I was trying to do. She's like, "That's like they help people do like TED Talks. They help people do like keynote speeches, and that's not. I'm not going in that direction." And she's like,
Mhm.
and like, I can't tell you how much respect and admiration and trust
Yes.
that I gained by this woman saying, "You know what? Like, she doesn't want to take. She didn't want to take my money."
Mhm.
And I'm just like, that was really admirable that she did that. So, again, niching down till it hurts, right? What are your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's a great example of the power in that, and the power of doing that, because you will regret taking those marginal customers if you do it more than once. You might get lucky once and things
Mhm.
will turn out, but it will bite you in the end.
Yeah.
They won't be as happy as they could be. You won't be nearly as happy doing the work that you have to do for that. And it just works out better if you stick to the best customers possible.
Absolutely. So, hey, Damon, let's wind down. So, we have, what, I know everybody's out there super busy. They are just solving all sorts of
Mhm.
problems, making the world a better place. So, we're going to move on. So, again, what do you want to close out with? Parting thoughts, words of wisdom. What do you want to share with folks as we close this out today?
Yeah, well, I think, first of all, don't try to be everything to everyone. We know that. We've talked about it 100 times, 1,000 times, maybe even more than that. Really focus in on the people that you can help the most, create the best benefit for, because that'll align your company, help your business strategy, and away you go. And then the digital game plan SaaS that we've got here, we're working through the MVP on it. We've got it. You can obviously see there's a few more a few more modules that are coming to fruition in this thing, and we'll continue to show that so people can see how this niching down really helps you go all the way through your business strategy.
That's right. This is really a marketing command center, if you will. It's a step-by-step guide to implement that strategic plan to help take your business to the next level. So again, drop Damon a note, connect with Damon on LinkedIn. My name is Curt Anderson. Love to connect with you. And so we wish you an amazing, incredible, wonderful weekend. We will be back here on Monday, and we will catch you then. So have a great weekend.
Yeah, everybody, glad you could stop by with us today. If you didn't get this all, you got in late, go back to the beginning, start over again, because we were just showing for the first time ever our digital game plan SaaS. It's going to be coming out in September, but we're going to be doing some limited showings to people before then. Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend.